Hey guys, it's Kobe with Royal Bible Reviews coming at you again this week with a review. This week I'm going to do something a little bit different. First, let me address one thing. I'm shocked only one person noticed it. Okay, one person said something. There may have been more people that noticed, but yes, that's a Christmas tree. Now, that is a Star Wars Christmas tree, so that is how I warrant leaving it up year round. For those of you that do know me and know this about me, I'm a big Star Wars nerd. Um, I was 5 years old when the first movie came out. And as a 5 year old boy going to the movie theater and seeing that movie, which was way ahead of its time because it came out in 1977. Do the math, I'm 53. But everyone knows that George Lucas was ahead of his time, the way he filmed that movie and everything. It's even if you go back and look at the original one, I mean, yes, I know with today's standards, it's kind of cheesy, but for the standards of that day, that movie was not cheesy as far as the graphics and things like that goes. So that movie really left an impression on me. I thought it was really cool. The spaceships and lightsabers and all the different aliens and whatnot. So I gravitated to Star Wars. I'm a big Star Wars nerd, and I have a Star Wars Christmas tree. Also, if you could see, I don't know if you can see above me or not, I also have a Lego up there, and there's some Legos on the shelf above me that it's facing me. So, but anyway, yeah, I like Star Wars. But this week I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to look at different compact Bibles. If you've watched the channel, I've reviewed all four of these Bibles that we're going to look at. But we're going to look at what each publisher deems a compact Bible. Um, One of them, they don't call it a compact, but I kind of think it is. But anyway, we'll turn the camera around and get into it. All right, guys. So here's the first one. This is obviously an LSB, a Legacy Standard Bible. It is from 316 Publishing. I'm not going to go into the specs and everything. Like I said, I've already reviewed this Bible on the channel. And this is the compact edition. Here's my hand. You can tell this is really a compact edition. Um, Something else, guys, if I stop a lot and you hear me kind of like I'm thirsty, well, it's because I am. I woke up Monday morning, or I don't know, Sunday night, Monday morning, um, and I knew what was wrong. Anyway, I went to the doctor Monday. I've had a UTI this week, and spare you guys the details, whatever. I'm having to drink a lot of water with the antibiotic, and I've ran a fever all week. I've not worked. Today's my normal off day, and it is actually the first day I have been fever free without medication. And I've got my appetite back. I haven't ate hardly nothing, and if you that know me know that's a big deal. So anyway, all right. So pray for you, boy. I'm a little under the weather. I mean, I'm feeling better on the mend, but we'll see. All right. So this one is truly a compact. It is very small. We'll open it up here. I'll just flip open. It's got tiny print. I forgot what the font size is. I should have had that. But like I said, you can go back and look at my full review. Um, it's nothing fancy, no bells and whistles, no references. That's because it's a compact. You can't pack a lot of stuff in here and it not, you know, it'd make it thicker and it wouldn't be a compact anymore. So you don't have maps, you don't have a concordance, you don't have any of that stuff. You just have a list of the books of the Bible in the back, monetary units, weights, and measurements, and that's it. And then in the front of it, uh, the table of contents is actually on the cardstock page that is used to help reinforce it. And then you've got the title page, and then it just goes right into it. But again, you want that because see how it cuts down on the thickness of it and all that. You've got two ribbons. I mean, now this is the goatskin edition. I do have a non-premium edition, but still, it's made the same way. but you need that to have one that's not huge. Now, we'll move on to the next one. This one is a New American Standard 2020, and it is their compact. It's a large print compact. I believe they call it a compact, don't they? I consider it a compact. Let me see here. I just did a review on this. I should know these things. Yep, large print compact Bible. Now, notice your difference. Look at this. They're about the same thickness, but this one's a little taller. And it's a little bit wider. What do you think? Are they both a compact still? Or is this more in the personal size edition? They're about the same thickness. At least I think they are. I don't know. We'll open it up. Now this one is a single column. It's a 9-point font. In the front though, this one's a little different. It does have your presentation page, your wife's family tree, the husband's family tree, births, deaths, occasions to remember. It's got your title page. It's got your publisher's page. It's got your foreword. So see, this is more, along the lines of a normal, you know what I mean by a normal Bible. It's got your typical stuff in it. Then it gets into it. Well, then you get to the back, and it is truly like a regular Bible, because you get to the back. Now, you don't have a concordance in this one, but you do have your book introductions, which are in the back, which is a Lockman thing. So you have that, and then you have maps. So that's something a little bit different. It does have two nice ribbons. Lockman does good on their ribbons. All right, so you got that one. Now I'm going to go to Crossway. This one is the ESV Alpha. And I'll be honest with you, this is the one that got me wanting to make this video, and I'll tell you why. If you're watching this video, of course it comes out on Friday. I'm recording on Thursday. As you guys all know that keep up with Premium Bibles, Crossway has totally redone their heirloom or heirloom line. They've upgraded the ribbons, different things like that, and people are starting to get them. And I've watched 2 reviews on this particular edition, the updated edition. One was Matthew Everhard. He just did like a quick unboxing. He didn't even untuck the ribbons. So, Matthew, if you watch this video, shame on you. You should have untucked those ribbons. I wanted to see what you thought about them. And the other one was Kat Woods. So go watch her video. She does a really good review of it. Now, this one, again, it's a premium Bible, but you open it up, you got a presentation page, marriages, births, adoptions. Then you got your title page, and it just says Heirloom Edition, Heirloom Bible Alpha Edition. You got your table of contents, you got a foreword, a preface. So you got all the things like a normal Bible again, like I said. Then you open it up. It's got like an 8-point font, I believe it is. Double column, paragraph format. It does have translator notes at the bottom. No cross references, no study notes. Again, you're looking for, size, not girth. All right. You don't want a large Bible. You want a small Bible. You're not looking at you don't want a big beefy Bible. And then you get to the back, you got tables of weights and measures. And then you got the Crossway maps. So here's this one. Here's my hand on this one. Here, I should have done that on this one. That way you can see these are both about the same size. Yep, they're about the same size. About the same thickness. The Alpha might be a little bit thinner. Last but not least, is another Crossway. Now, they call this one a personal size. And it's the personal size reference Bible. And if like I say, I've already reviewed this, but you open it up, you got your cardstock, but you only got a presentation page on this one. And I'll tell you why I think that here in a minute. And then you got Holy Bible, your title page. And then when you get to your publisher's page here, Yep, personal reference edition. Now, it doesn't say personal size, it just says personal reference. So I still consider this a compact. If you've got this one, do you consider it a compact? I personally do. As you can see, you've got a preface, explanation of features, the Bible, weights and measures. Now this one does have a concordance, but it's because it's a reference Bible. And you open it up, you've got your references on the inside, of course your translator notes at the bottom. It is a single column format. So this one's a little bit thicker, and it's going to be just simply because no, I hadn't unstuck all my pages yet. I know my friend James likes to hear me say unstick. I did get all the ones unstuck in the NASB 2020 there. I need to unstick these, but excuse me. But this one, having the references and everything and it being a single column, it makes it a little bit bigger. And then, like I said, we'll get to the back here, and you've got a full concordance. So, but I think you need that in a reference Bible. I don't think you can have a Bible that you consider a reference Bible without a concordance. And then you got your tables of weights and measures, and then, like I say, your concordance. Get to the end of your concordance. Oh, you don't have maps in this one. I'm mistaken. So that is your difference. This one doesn't have maps. It just has a concordance. So see, there's trade-offs. There's different ones. Here's my hand on this one. As you can see, it's a little bit thicker, but it's not huge. Here it is with the NASB. I'll compare it. And then here's the Alpha. I'll compare it. Hope you guys can see that well. Yeah, let me pull that out just a touch. There we go. So, yeah. I don't know. Like I say, I haven't ever heard anyone call this one a compact, but I think it is. I think they're all great in their own unique way. It really depends on what you're going to use it for. Now, I'm of the mindset that with today's day and age, like I'm recording this on my phone. I also have an iPad, right? I might carry it with me. So when you record things, or not record things, but when you have a phone or a smart or iPad or a tablet, something, a Kindle, anything, chances are you've got access to any kind of references you want. Like if you have the ESV app, um, somehow I got the study Bible. Did Crossway just give that away? I can't remember. It's been so long now. But I've got access to the ESV Study Bible notes just through my app. So if I need something, I just get it off that. And then also, for those of you that don't know, and if you're not a Crossway Plus member, you should be. Every year in January for a week, Crossway has a big ebook sale. Like, if you don't know, I think I might have 20 or 30 bucks in it, but there's 4 volumes of the Reformed Systematic Theology, the hardback books. I think the cheapest I've seen the actual physical books, buying all 4 together on sale right now, is $100. I might have 20 bucks in all 4 of them, but I got them through the ebook sale. So that's what you need to do. Get you a Kindle, or if you've got an iPad, put it on your iBooks or whatever. To me, ebooks are the way to go. It cuts down on space, and you've always got it. If you switch phones or switch devices, it's in the cloud. You can always pull it down. I just think that's better. That way you can carry a compact with you. You don't have to worry about lugging around a big old huge Bible. And another thing that got me to doing this, my daughter and son-in-law, they were just on vacation, and they just got back yesterday. They flew out to Utah to see some friends of theirs, or Colorado, yeah, Colorado, or was it Utah? I can't. No, they had to stop over in Utah. I want to say. Either way, they were at an airport, and there were Mormons there. A lot of Mormon kids. I'm sure getting on flights and just dispersing out. And my daughter texted me and was talking about, the girl was walking around wanting to talk to people. She said, I've never seen a Bible that big. And she snuck a picture and sent it to me. Well, it was a quad, which is the Mormons' Bible, if you will. Excuse me. It's the King James Bible, the Book of Mormon, and there's two other little things. It's kind of like their creeds and confessions, if you will, thrown in there with it. But that thing, I couldn't imagine carrying that thing around. If you think carrying around an ESV study Bible's bad, you ought to see one of those things. That thing was huge. She definitely wouldn't have to worry about somebody getting her. If she's got that in a bag and swings that bag, she can give somebody a concussion with that. But all seriousness though, I look at that and then I look at like this. Like if you're an ESV person, you've got two great choices right here. Uh, I mean, look at this. And then they have other ones too. But you've got these two you can carry. If you're an LSB person, you've got this. And this is even smaller. And then they also make the portable paragraph reference, which it may or may not be a compact. It just depends. I mean, let me see here. Yeah, let me grab it real quick. You guys can still hear me because I've got this fancy schmancy microphone now. I should have just had this one anyway, but hey, that's why we do this on the fly, right? Here's the PPR, and this one's small. It's not real thick, but you've got your references at the bottom with this one, and it also has dot matrix paper in the back. It's got Bible, it's got maps, but it's on Bible paper, so it's not quite as thick. I don't think it has a concordance. Nope, it don't. But again, you don't have to have a concordance. You can look things up if you've got any of the Bible software apps or anything like that. But I mean, like I said, with today's technology, why would you not have some sort of smaller Bible? And then to me, this is one of my favorites. And I'm not being partial because it's Lockman. I know some people might think that. And I've been reading the NASB 2020, which I'm going to do a review, or not necessarily a review, but a video about the differences between the 95, the 2020, and the LSB. So be looking for that here soon. But I like this one because to me, it is the most readable of all of them. It doesn't have references. It does have your translator notes at the bottom. Something else that the 2020 has at the bottom. Here's a little sneak peek at what I'm going to be talking about. If you're familiar with the NASB and the 95, when it has things that, like the Lord's Prayer, right here it says, and forgive us our debts as we also have forgiven our debtors, and do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from evil. And then it stops. Well, you come down here and it says late manuscripts add, for yours is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. Well, the 95 will have that up here in a bracket. So that's one difference you have. But I love this one, and I think the LSB does that too. And I'll keep talking about that while I'm looking it up. But what I love about the NASB edition here, and I think they have this one in the 95 as well, is the just the size of it. It doesn't go down into the gutter. It's very legible font. I love the dark verse numbers. They're easy to find. It's printed in Korea. The Korean paper, in my opinion, is some of the best paper there is. So yeah. Oh, yep. See, LSB does it. They put them in brackets. So, and the 95 does it too. So that's a difference. But anyway, but this is one of my favorite compact Bibles, compact editions. And two, like I said, the ribbons are they're great. I really do like them. I think Lockman, Thomas Nelson, they're some of the best ones when it comes to ribbons. Like I say, this Bible right here cost me like $30. And look at those ribbons. Those are great ribbons. But anyway. All right. So what do you guys think? You a fan of compact Bibles? Not a fan? Would you use one? Not use one? Why not? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, I'll leave a link to my link tree where you can follow me on all the socials. There's a link to the Truth and Love Network. Go check them out and what we've got going on there. We've been talking about our next conference, which is coming up next year. And then also there is a link to the Wrath and Grace Network, to the app, or to the website. Just go check it out with all the different teachings and things they've got going on. I won't leave a link on where to buy these because I've shown you 5 different Bibles, so that part will be blank. But as always, I appreciate you guys, and until next time, grace and peace.